Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have another project in our midst. Obviously, the channel's grown. We really appreciate it. And we don't want to just be a content creator or a channel that's just built around solely one project. So we're going to start introducing other projects. But it's another Honda.
Fantastic.
I'm not sure what's going on, mate. This is two in a row. For a devout Yamaha fan, I'm going to start getting letters sent to the house.
Could be converted though, really.
Well, obviously this one's a bit nostalgic to me, so we'll explain that. But we'll get through the intro and we'll tell you all about our latest project. So as we said, welcome back. New project time. So, a little bit of an info on this. This is a R-Edge. It's a 1998 Honda Transalp XL600V.
That's a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have to say that after 10 points, would you? So this is what is affectionately known as a PD10 model. So they started from back in the early 80s with a PD6. The difference with a PD10, primarily over most of the other earlier ones, is it runs a twin disc hydraulic clutch, hydraulic front brake setup, and it runs a single hydraulic rear disc setup, where the earlier bikes ran a drum setup. This colour, this bike particular is quite nostalgic to me. My old man had a series of bikes throughout his life, or throughout my younger life, got me into bikes in the first place, and he actually bought one of these brand new from a Honda dealer where we were living in Thurrock at the time. And he rode it for the best part of about half a year, nearly 3/4 of a year. And we had an accident on it. And it got sent back to Honda for review. And they said it was a manufacturing issue. Recalled his bike. And it disappeared from out our lives forever. He actually then went and bought one of the bikes that's in the background over there in the garage as a replacement to this. But this was one of the first bikes at 16 I got the opportunity to take out on my own. I went out on it every other night of the summer. To Southend-on-Sea and places like that, and it sort of popped my bike and cherry. And it would have had to been Honda, wouldn't it? Popping people's cherries. So, yes. So this was a 1 year only colour. Or correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was only a 1 or 2 year only colour. I quite like it. I think it's a great colour, to be honest.
It is
I know a lot of people went for the black ones and the blue ones because they look more manly. But I think when this is cleaned up and polished up, it's a really nice colour. So that's the bike. So what are we going to do to it? Well, I bought this almost a year ago, in June of 2024. I'd been keeping an eye out for this sort of model colour scheme because they are a bit thin on the ground now. A lot of people repainted them. And this one popped up down south. A very nice gentleman. I think he wanted about 1,600-1,700 quid for it. It was only pennies, mate. Pennies on the pound for the kind of bike you're getting.
No,
it was absolutely for nothing. It's done 28,000 miles and it's 27 years old, so she's not had a tough life. It's got a couple of aftermarket accessories. It's got a centre stand, it's got the crash bars, it's got a set of aftermarket handlebars that we'll look into. They need changing. But the guy was on his way through sort of doing what we planned to do, which was recommission it, change the chain and sprockets. And basically, mate, he just ran out of time and patience. He was totally honest when I got in touch with him, and he said, my plans have changed, Bri. I want to sell it on to someone who's going to take care of it. So I got lumbered with it.
Well, it does look like some of the easier stuff has been done already, doesn't it? Some of it does look like in good nick.
I mean, to be fair, mate, she's an honest bike. You know what I mean? 27 years old.
Did it start first time as well today?
She's got a couple of dents. This is the best part of it, Honda, and I will go out on a limb and say this. This has been sat in the garage for a year on a trickle charger. It's never had a new battery or nothing. It's absolutely stone cold. Look, I can put my hands on the exhaust header. She's stone cold, and I guarantee. Give her a little bit of choke.
Choke? What's a choke?
Choke on the handlebar, mate.
Bloody hell.
None of this fuel injection malarkey.
Long before my time.
Have a listen to that. Like a singer-sewing machine.
It does sound alright, like.
I'll tell you what, if I had a pair of trousers on now, mate, I'd jump on this and I'd bugger off to Morocco, and I wouldn't bat an eyelid, and it'd probably get me straight there, to be honest. But she's absolutely sweet as a nut.
Yeah, fantastic.
Which obviously leads us to the question of, well, how are you going to recommission it then if it's so pristine? Well, she has good parts and she has bad parts. And like all big adventure bikes at this sort of age, mate, the suspension's
Bit lacking, is it?
kaput, shall we
For
say.
our larger frames.
For our portly
Well paid for
fuel
frames.
tanks.
Yeah.
For our full-size fuel tanks, the suspension's about at it. And to be fair, the biggest plan is to basically just give her a bit of a tidy up, mate. The plan was initially, as you know, Mike, because obviously we spent a lot of time together, I was going to get it, I was going to blow it all back down to bare bones, repowder coat the frame, do all the parts, fully restore it. And then the common sense in me said, well, hang on a minute, why don't you just use it for a while?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And enjoy it. So I have other family members who are bikeless at the moment. So the plan is we're going to recommission it, and we'll pull it in the garage. We'll start taking some bits off, and we'll show you some of the toys that we've bought for it.
Exciting.
We'll see, yeah.
Oh, look at that, all by yourself. Perfect. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Bit too quiet though, isn't it?
You're not changing that, are you?
Yeah, of course we are. Come on, there's not a bike in our entire fleet, mate, that runs a standard exhaust. We're not.
Well, I did see some on the group chat earlier on.
Yes, so I'll tell you. You stay there, and I'll show you what our first modification is. All right, we have an aftermarket exhaust. Now, obviously, it's got a baffle in it still. It's from a fellow member on the Transalp owners group. I'm on the TOG. That's what we call ourselves, the TOG, the Transalp
Hey,
owners
God.
group. So a fellow Togger, Steve, his name was, sold me this. Very cheap. Thought, gives us the option. Put a little bit of meat and veg in it, you know what I mean. Biggest things we have. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay. So we have from our good friends, we have...
Amazon's been busy here, hasn't it?
Mate, our lass has been fuming with me, to be honest. Every 5 minutes she sits down, there's someone knocking at the door. So we've got upgraded shock. Oh, look at that.
Is this the first time you've opened it?
No, I got it out. I literally got it out to double check that the upgraded spring that I requested for my fat ass got put on it. So it has. So we've got a brand new YSS shock to go on the bike, because the suspension is pretty much the major lacking part of this bike at the moment, to be honest. It is tired and warm. And then obviously, as you can see, the other box we've got there is a set of progressive Hyper Pro front springs, some upgraded fork oil to go in the front. So we're going to service that. So suspension's getting a full refresh. All the linkages and the bearings will come out. Handlebars, probably going to change. These Hondas run an early rubber damping system in the headstock, and to be fair, they're quite woeful. And you can't really replace them. They're pressed in, they're like a press bush. But there's a few mods you can do. You can essentially clamp a washer either side, take it out and put some dampers on
So is that like a cheap way of dampening the vibrations of the
Yeah, because it's a big V-twin. What they did is they didn't want to carry bar end weights, or like a very heavy bar end weight.
All right.
So the original ones didn't. They just run these grips. So what we'll do is we'll sort of revert it back to more of a stock system. Keep a wide handlebar, but we'll probably put some bar end weights on it because we're not too fussed about that. Got some obviously cosmetic work to do, a little bit of clean up, bit of touch up. It has got some dents. She's an honest old girl, so I think we'll keep them. The seat, this is a pretty pricey seat, you know, mate. These come aftermarket on these bikes.
What is it? A carbon or something like that?
No, well, it's there's a lot of companies out there that remanufacture standard seats to put this step in.
It does look comfy though.
It does, but what I'm mindful of is on a longer journey, it's restricting your body position by not allowing you to shift back a little bit.
Especially if you're letting it out to some other people who might be a bit taller than that.
So I've got another seat somewhere that we're looking at getting retrimmed to create more of a like a big Dakar style flat seat, so it gives you more leg room and stretch.
Move about a bit.
Chain sprockets have been done. We've got a full service kit for the bike. The seat's over there. Thank you, Michael. My cousin Michael's in the background there, obviously driving us on to get this finished because he wants to use it more than anyone. From that, deep clean, good scrub. Going to give the tyres, the wheels, a good service and a buffety. So we'll show you some top tips on that using some fine grade wire wool. We've got a foot peg assembly on this side to change because it's had a spill at some point and bent that. So we've got another one on the bench.
It's a bit grimy, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you wash this, I'm definitely going to have to bring mine round as well.
Obviously.
Because that needs a good wash as well.
Yeah, because you still haven't learned how to use a washer.
No.
No. And if Tesco's car wash is shut, then Michael's bike never gets washed.
Yeah, which quite regularly is round my way.
I know, I can imagine, mate. We might change the front screen, put something slightly taller on. It did come with a top box, and I've got some universal luggage, some flexible panniers and a roll bag and stuff like that. And then we're going to use it, mate. We're going to get out there and actually do a bit of camping on it and stuff like that. I'm mindful I don't want this to spiral because it has a habit that anything that seems to come in here, once we start pulling it apart.
Oh, that wind's blown.
Was that your wallet?
It's not like that anymore, I tell you.
Well. I am mindful that we don't want it to run into being, we'll get every bracket powder coated and zinc plated and stuff like that.
Is carbon available on this?
You are. Hang on a sec. That's the bank manager telling me that I'm not allowed to powder coat and zinc plate.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, yeah, don't listen to the bank manager. We'll spend what money we need to on it. But for now, we're going to start pulling it apart. Obviously, this will end the first video. Hopefully, you want to see stuff like this. So if there is content you want to see, let us know. If you've got any ideas, if you've owned one of these, or if you know any good modifications to them, any top tips, let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe. We do appreciate it.
Oh, it's going great, though.
And I promise you that the next project on the channel will be a Yamaha. And we've got a video on my bike coming very, very soon because we've tried to film it twice, and everywhere we go, people just start parking in front of it and go, "That's a nice bike, mate. Where'd you get that?"
Yeah,
don't even notice the bloody camera. So hopefully you like it. We do appreciate you continuing to watch and get involved. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.